Hey everybody, welcome back to Exploring Temecula. Today's video, 10 reasons families really need to consider coming to Temecula or Murrieta if you decide to relocate to Southern California. It doesn't matter whether you're coming from San Diego, LA, Orange County, or other parts of the country. This video is going to explain why Temecula and Murrieta are the diamond in the rough in Southern California. Do not sleep on either of these cities if you're a family, and this video is just going to go over those reasons why I think it's probably, in my opinion, one of the best areas to live if you have a family. So if you're interested in Temecula, make sure you subscribe. I'm a broker, my wife's a real estate appraiser. We know these areas very well. We'd be glad to help with anything you need. We have a website also called exploringtemecula.com. It goes over all the individual communities in Temecula and Murrieta, talks about cost of living. Really, it gives you a great starting point to research this area, and along with that I have individual home searches for each community that you can take a look at and take advantage of. Let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is just the scenery and how scenic South Riverside County in general is, especially South Temecula and northern parts of San Diego. Beautiful hills, lots of hiking trails. We've got the wineries, lots of open spaces. So just the overall aesthetics of this area are very appealing for a lot of people. Okay, so number two, the options for housing, apartments, different types of living in Temecula and Murrieta. First thing I wanted to talk about was you have the opportunity to live in Temecula or Murrieta close to the city, close to amenities, and still feel like you're in a rural environment. There are many different communities that you can have 2 to 5 acres of land if that's something that you want. There are many different communities that have HOA pools and lots of amenities within the HOA that are those standard single-family residence tract homes that are very beautiful. You have apartments. One of the things that, in my opinion, makes Temecula and Murrieta very unique is the affordability and the quality of life that you're going to get here for the amount of money that you're spending. You can't get anywhere else in Southern California. Yes, there are areas in Southern California that might be a little less expensive than Temecula and Murrieta, but the quality of life, everything that goes along with that area is not even going to be close to what you're getting in both of these cities. Okay, number three, the schools. I'm not going to go too much into this because I talk about it a lot. Just do your research. Temecula and Murrieta, probably some of the best schools, not only in Southern California, but all of California. Ratings, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I've also done a video with a former student of the Temecula School District. You can look back on my YouTube channel and look at that interview if it's interesting to you. One of the things that stuck out to me when I was interviewing her is just how much the schools have available in way of giving each and every student the opportunity to succeed. Whether it's sports, whether it's science labs, whether it's music, really there is going to be something for every single student, and whatever their interests are, it will be met in the school district. Next up, if you are an active family, of course the weather, that's a big part of it. You're able to be outside a lot, but there's hiking, there's biking, there's horseback riding. The parks are plentiful in Temecula and Murrieta. You can't go 5 minutes without having a community park that has, basketball, volleyball, baseball, soccer fields. So not only does that allow you to bring, when you have free time with your kids, if you want to hang out on weekends, but it also allows them to get involved into sports, not only with their school, but also outside of school. There's so many opportunities for kids to get involved and do things outside. We also have Lake Harveston, a very nice area to walk around the lake. You have paddle boating, everything, that you might want to do on a weekend getaway or a weekend afternoon. This lake has, it's very beautiful. You can have picnics. and it's open to the public. So those are just a few of the things that, Temecula and Murrieta allow families to experience and, not live inside and be able to use the nice weather that we have here to your advantage. Okay, so number 5, in my opinion, there's a really strong sense of community in both Temecula and Murrieta. Pride in ownership with homes and communities. You're going to be hard pressed to find a really bad community in either city. You're not going to see homeless all over the place. It's very clean, the city. I just had a buyer close on a home from up north, and one of the things, first things he told me was he's very pleased to see how clean the city is, for the population. Okay, so next up, if you're looking for something that you can hang your hat on in way of an investment property in the future, this is a great area. I just finished a video. The population has gone up 100% in the last 15 years in both Temecula and Murrieta. People are starting to learn everything that I'm talking about in this video. That's why people are moving here. Riverside County is one of the fastest growing counties in all of the United States, and it just stands to reason. When people get sick of the cities, when people's quality of life diminishes, these are the areas that they're going to flock to. Hopefully, over the next 20, 30 years, it stays where it is today. I don't know what's going to happen, but for the foreseeable future, this is going to be a great area to invest in a home, and long term you are going to see returns on that home. So next up, Temecula and its location. It's close to the freeways for the most part. You're close to San Diego, you're close to LA, you're close to 4 or 5 airports, you're close to Palm Springs. You can go and swim in the same day that you go skiing. You've got the beaches about 50 to 60 minutes away. You've got Big Bear for skiing, probably about an hour and a half away. Really, the location of Temecula is right in the center of everything. So, if you're the family that likes to do weekend getaways, there really is no better place, and we could fill up a whole year of weekend getaways within 2 to 3 hours of Temecula. Okay, number 8, there's a variety of shops, cafes, restaurants, Old Town. There's so much in way of, going on a date night or taking the kids for pizza. Really, anything that you want to eat or do in way of shopping is going to be within 10 minutes from your home. It's amazing. And that's another, I get feedback all the time from my buyers from out of town because I want to know their response to living here after 2-3 months. And one of the things that I get routinely is they can't believe that a town or city of 100,000 people has as much in way of, everything that I just talked about that it does. Costco, Sam's Club, really anything. The only thing that we don't have that people always ask me is Whole Foods. But other than Whole Foods, Temecula and Murrieta have absolutely everything that you would need. Okay, number 9, and I touched on this a little bit earlier in the video, just the sports parks. Patricia Birdsall Sports Park, I think I have a video on it if you want to see it, but it's one of the nicest sports parks I've ever seen in my life. Football field, basketball, skating, baseball field. I mean, it's just, I can't believe that a town has something this nice with 100,000 people. And that's just one of them. There's at least 100 parks in these two cities, and you're not going to go farther than 5 minutes from your house getting to those facilities, which is very convenient and awesome for your kids. Okay, and finally, just the overall cost of living. Not just the housing, happy hours, shopping, gas compared to Northern California. You can just go on and on. I'm not saying that California, if you're coming from outside of California, of course your cost of living is going to be more, generally speaking, than anywhere in the country, maybe besides New York and some major metropolitan or city areas. But, for the most part, Temecula and Murrieta are going to give you the biggest bang for your buck in way of affordability with everything that you are doing with your daily lives. Okay, there you have it, guys. 10 things families can look forward to if they relocate or move to Temecula. Please reach out. I have a ton of experience helping relocation buyers. I'm doing it all the time from across the country, even across the world. And we can have a Zoom meeting or a phone call, and we can go over exactly the steps that I take to make you feel comfortable purchasing in an area that I think is one of the best places to live in all of the United States. Thank you very much from Exploring Temecula.